the figurine known as the Votary, Museum number HM65. 3. Reproduction and reimagining. My body has been so drastically patched up that I'm not sure I'm the same me, but the confidence of my pose shrouds my identity crisis. Disjointed, desperate, damaged goods, mended, but at the mercy of men's guesswork. Cat on my hat? Really? So much is new, including my wide-eyed face. You don't seem to realise that my head isn't much older than you. My first reinvention was both physical and interpretive. The men pivoted between the requirement to show scientific restraint and the desire to discover new worlds and stories. My fragments are cleaned, scrutinised, measured and drawn, and I am renovated in an orderly fashion. But then their imagination steps up, and I am cast in a swirling vortex of what if? A goddess, specifically a snake goddess or a mother goddess. I'll take that, although the label Votary is logged in the drier archaeological books. I'm a submissive hybrid, a quadriplegic survivor. But since the rebirth, it's all eyes on me, and my one solace is how much power my personality carries. I am just everywhere. They churn me out cheap and cheerful. Walmart stocking a 12-inch me online categorises knickknacks and culture spot. I'm reproduced on face masks, which were all the rage for a while before going out of fashion. Here my breasts supplanted the wearer's nostrils. I wondered if I should take offence, but find it funny. New me has been tattooed on human skin, such as a forearm which, when raised, reveals me standing. I'm portrayed on a 1960s tourist advert for Crete, a poster girl for the decade of free love. I'm used again in 2022, this time for a goddess pilgrimage tour. My image can make people money, and that seems to make them happy. The currency of power and status was very different in my first world. I'm conjured up in non-visual imagination, stories, books, poems. My body is so favoured I might appear on the cover of the book. These may, or may not, make the artist money. Sometimes I'm larger than life, painted on external walls, graffiti for all to behold. This happens a lot in Heraklion. I can be depicted as the one-eyed Cyclops, or holding red roses in place of snakes, or near the museum alongside a sign pointing the way. A cruder version has appeared, cheering up an old water tower in the Asteruzia Mountains with a cheeky flash of my leg. These artists don't seem to be paid for their time. They paint my altered form as a gift for those passing. I was here, marked by a bare-breasted, cat-hatted, snake-bearing woman. I don't think it matters what I was holding originally. Who cares? You see what you want to see. But people, especially men, have always been fascinated by women playing with snakes. Gustav Klimt painted many such works before my sisters and I were found. It's sex-related, of course, but they seem hesitant to see us relics in that light. In fact, I am a proud influencer of feminist art, allocated a place in Judy Chicago's The Dinner Party as snake goddess alongside 38 mythological and historical sisters. I inspired Marina Abramovic, who paid me in her piece The Biography, suspended in the air over dogs and arms outstretched as a cross, but unmistakably me. Male artists honour me as well. My favourites are the performances where a person becomes me and sings or acts or celebrates, such as the women portraying me as street art in Heraklion. I become alive when so embodied, although she kept unbelievably still. Why? Dance when you can. fragmented, created, smashed, reborn and fashioned into a muse for an entire island. My real self was never meant to move. These days, when adopted into a body, I experience a joy and vitality that more than compensates for any identity crisis.